The space-time rift is said to be a portal to innumerable other dimensions. In other such realms, far and farther still from ours, dwells among almighty Sinnoh. The Diamond Clans? The expanse of antiquity to eternity and the expanse to all sides, above and below. Time traces the path we tread from the here and now into the future, while space yawns all encompassingly, surrounding us in every direction. You see, don't you? The two together, time and space, comprise all creation, the universe. How can one claim that either is greater than the other, as those clans do? Yeah, you really can't. Perhaps the truth is clearer to a wanderer such as you, who has known other ages. Now listen, lost one. Here is what you must do. Hisui holds 3 lakes of great importance: Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. At each dwells a Pokemon said to embody one aspect of the mind. Complete the trials each will set you, and bear their gifts to the shrouded ruins. There you may see the red chain. With it, perhaps you can bind the world together. Bind the world, you say? You mean it won't close the rift? Kindly spare me your doubts, young man. I know the old words and what they bid us do. How true they are isn't mine to know. And regardless of their truth, I am bound to pass them on. How callous of my ancestors to leave their legends to their children without a thought for the hardship it would cause them. But here we are. You know your duty and you'll do it, won't you? Of course. There is nobility in knowing what must be done and seeing to it. Oh, hang on. My phone's ringing. Your what's ringing? You can see the locations of the 3 lakes marked on your ARC phone. Mistress Kogita has a lovely workbench here. If you need new materials, I'll be glad to help. I'm always happy to do business with you. What about the pastures? Ah, that is a problem, isn't it? What shall we do about that, indeed? What was that cry? Have we not a lost Pokemon as well as a lost child? Do see to it, please. Tell it to Shu. How can I refuse you, ma'am? Off we go, Callus. Hello, Abra. Where did you teleport in from, little fellow? And it's got a letter. It got a letter. A letter was addressed to you, Callus. You take a closer look at the letter. To Callus. You may use my Pokemon as a go-between to access the pastures in Jubilite Village. I've also ensured that you'll be able to utilize our base camps without issue. I have every confidence in your ability as an adept Survey Corps member to bring this bizarre situation under control promptly. Sincerely, Silene. Survey Corps Captain, Galaxy Expedition Team. So if any more Pokemon die, Abro just teleports them to their grave. Good tidings from the letter, then. That's right. Now then, so we're to visit 3 lakes. Doesn't sound like an easy task, that's for sure. It sure would be wonderful to have a kind soul who might help us out. Quite the opportunist, aren't you, Volo? Such a consummate guild merchant. I've managed to reassure my people for now. The Warrens are keeping a close eye on their nobles, too. Seems all's quiet for the moment. And so here we are. But still, we'll never get away with openly aiding you. If we were to undermine the commander's strict direct orders, relations would grow strained. Long story short, we wanted to help, but without drawing attention, so it would just be one of us. Me or her, it's up to you, though the answer should be obvious. So we get to choose, we get to aid, and if you can probably guess, this will affect a certain event. And, well, considering my theme of going the opposite of my Pearl playthrough, I shall help the Diamond Clan. Obviously you'll choose me, right? Who gave you that celestial flute in the first place? That's right, this strapping young man. I choose you, Adaman. Thought so. You can count on me. So then the leftover leader will... Leftover? I'm not someone's scraps. I will keep watch on the commander. I'll imagine I'll hear something useful from him. And she just order, assassinate Callus. Of course, of course. And the lucky chosen ones comes with us to the lakes. We can fill you on the details as we go. Well, the first task will be decide which one of the Hisui's 3 Great Lakes to visit first. Right, then we better get a move on. No time to waste. I'll meet you wherever we decide to go. We'd be in hot water if we were seen traveling together. I'm counting on you to handle this, Adaman. Don't cause Callus more trouble. And we got the missions. Yeah, pretty obvious where we're going to go first. So, where are you headed? I mean, they still give us the choice anyway. But since we're here... why not? Alright, Adaman, I know I said I'd go with you, but I believe I have spotted something. Aha! And since Shiny Claws is in order, I will catch you. And there we go. The first ever shiny ever caught on this channel. I know it's not the most spectacular Pokemon in the world, but what you get is what you get. Here it is, Lake Verity. And since I'm here, let's see if I can catch something. I could look right here in the lake. Is there anything right here? Or no, wait, that just leads back to the flats. Never mind. Nope, don't zap me. That would suck if you just got electrocuted right out of the sky. Oh, we got ourselves a big old Gyarados, huh? Yeah, why they don't just let us use Pokeballs while in the air, who knows. Oh, he's angry. Yeah, don't you charge a Spirit Bomb at me. I actually never noticed, like, the music just straight on just changes whenever you get to this point. Maybe it's because I always just, like, maybe it's because I always just, like, went along and did the lake stuff when I got to this point. But I never noticed that the music didn't change. It actually kind of adds to these battles. I'm not gonna lie. Here you go. Got a Gyarados unit, and we don't have to worry about having to catch a slashing fish in order to get it. I know, yeah, I got some satchels, so let me get the points. And now, whenever I'm able to get access to the village, I can finally evolve Harumi here. They say this lake actually used to be a volcano. Then it erupted, leaving a huge crater that filled with water, and so Lake Verity was born. It is protected by a Pokemon called Mispirit. When it was Mispirit that took flight, that people first learned the joys of sorrows of living. Or that's how the old tales go anyway. Your arc phone is beeping. Yeah. Bet you didn't know the legs had a QR code. That cave. It just appeared from nowhere. Is that the Arc Fund the professor was going on about? Let's do this, Callus. Mistress Kogita seemed quite intent that you have proved yourself to all three of the Pokemon that guard these lakes. This challenge was never for the faint of heart. Alright, in we go. There's something about this place I can't quite put into words. Ooh, look at that big boy. A menacing Pokemon stands before you. Trounce that thing, Callus. Prove to the Pokemon of the lake how strong you are. Now what should I use? That's the question. I don't exactly have the best type of Pokemon to deal with that. Carl. I guess you'll do. I guess actually I should check their moves. So excuse me for a second. I guess Carl will suffice. Goo! You have red, angry eyes, but you look so tired. So yeah, the theme's changed here. I didn't know it would change. I didn't know the theme would change when I was battling it. I send my Rhino out, and it gets a big old fire hose to the face. Oh boy. Alright, Pollyann. You got one last life. We gotta make it count. Alright, you get 2 turns in at least, so... Alright, it should be down with, one more. And yes, you do have the chance to catch it. I'm not going to risk that. Not that it really matters anyway. I can tell by watching that you and the Pokemon you've caught in those little balls truly understand one another. Now let's see about the Pokemon of the lake. You feel a mysterious presence. Kion! I still remember when in my Pearl playthrough, my Shining Pearl player, I managed to run into this as a first encounter, but Miss Spirit being that it is in the ocean, but considering how it is, I had to consider a mulligan because that thing runs off. It's like Latios. It's like running into Latios. It's all like legendary birds in X and Y, where you have to encounter 11 times, and then it can count as an encounter at a cave. Might as well give Carl this. That's right, I'm here to kick some... Your emotions. Share them with me. Okay. So it speaks from its mind straight to yours. Makes sense for a Pokemon and embodies an aspect of the mind, I guess. When you fell to this island land, what stirred in your heart? I was surprised. How did it feel to bond with Pokemon and work together? Heartening. Especially considering that they die. I have the sudden power to heal them once, but if they get faint again, they're dead. What did it feel when you mingled with the Husu's clans? It's such a wide world. What did you feel when you cast out of the Galaxy team? I just accepted it. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. I just got a letter. I got Miss Bird's plume. It honestly looks like Adamon's face palming. Kion! I can't even imagine what that must feel like, having a Pokemon talk to you without words. Well, the world's full of mysteries, I guess. I can hardly even be surprised at things like this after seeing the sky itself so warped. Now, we've 2 lakes left to visit. Alright. Let us be off. Looks like that worked out well, Callus. Gotta admit, you sure plenty know about a Hisui, Volo. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm actually just filled with curiosity. I want to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. I think we'd all like some answers on that. I don't even properly know how we came to worship Almighty Sinnoh in the first place. I've even got some questions about its true nature. Greatly matters to ponder that for sure, but we have an important task before us. Do you want to return to Mistress Kogita's home? I'll stay here. Then we'll go ahead and see you when you join us. Or wait, I forget, do I have to go back there? I don't remember. Okay, that's right, I do. For some reason I was thinking I could... why was I thinking I could go to the other areas just from there? Ah, Miss Spirit's plume. So the legends told it true. Then the red chain must be real as well. I guess. But this all makes no sense to me. These Pokemon represent our minds, and they'll give us this thing and let us bind the world and solve all this mess? But how? Why? Your doubt suggests a keen intellect. I see you're not your clan's leader for nothing. Without the mind, were the rift to widen and the very world to end, would we even know it? One might even say the world, time, space, all creation exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. Perhaps the red chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is. I get even less now. Such are myths, my child, teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more for ourselves, on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh, and on the nature of the world in which we dwell. You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all we have to do is complete 2 more trials and we will get the red chain. How nonchalant you sound. How confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag on only for a chance to gawk at more ancient ruins. He's just there like, I ain't gonna deny that. Oh right, I guess we have to go in the order we went. I thought we could go in any order, but I guess I was wrong. Here we are, Lake Acuity. Now I already caught something here, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Woohoo! And we just make a hole right into the cave. Here we are, Lake Acuity. You know, I've been told it contains seawater as well. No one knows why, though. It could be a fluke or geography, or perhaps it's connected to a Pokemon somehow. Lake Acuity is protected by the Pokemon Uxie. When Uxie took flight, the knowledge to solve problems was born in people's minds. That's what the stories say, anyway. Your ARC phone is beeping. Yes, I know. tool that can make caves simply appear from nowhere is quite a handy one to have. Let's go, Callus. I imagine there may be Pokemon in there protecting the Lake's Guardian. Take care.